Can you hear me talking? It's time to go live on Inspired Woman TV, Saturday Night Live, everyone. Hello, this is Ruth. I'm your host of Inspired Woman TV, Saturday Night Live today, and it's in Melbourne. It is boiling. Yay, I need the fan. So welcome to this evening show. Beautiful people from all over the world. If you're watching in the Southern Hemisphere, it's evening. In the Northern Hemisphere, it is morning, or perhaps you're still sleeping. So I want to welcome you to Inspired Woman TV with myself, Ruth Stuettgen. I'm your host and producer and founder and all those kind of things. I'm also a coach and a speaker and an author. And Inspired Woman TV was brought to life because I want to provide women like our beautiful Marjolaine Saverino and she's got it, yep, to inspire, to uplift, to encourage, and to provide hope and just everything gorgeous in life. So we're going to interview Marjolaine tonight. So I'm excited to hear some more about her because I have actually never met her. I've seen her on video. I've seen how she inspires other women, and my laptop is sliding off the little screen. So if you see me looking funny, you know what's happening. So Marjolaine, welcome, and thank you for being the guinea pig of how we entered into the screen tonight.
Thank you, Ruth. It's lovely to be here.
Thank you. So you're based in Melbourne, Australia?
Yes, I am on the peninsula. And
yep.
Yes, I'm based right here in my home, and my business name is called Marjolaine Health and Beauty. And Cher in French means at my house.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yes, so Marjolaine just means come along and relax at my house. You're very welcome.
That's lovely. So why French?
I was born in Mauritius, and my mother tongue is French, and Marjolaine is a French name, and it actually means the herb marjoram. And so marjoram is a very healing herb, and I use it with essential oil, part of my raindrop technique, which has Marjolaine, part of my signature oil that I use.
Yeah.
So how amazing is that? I've had my name all my life, and now I just come into this amazing world of essential oils. And my name, my house, Marjolaine Health and Beauty, is to bring women back to the biblical time where beauty is from inside out. Health.
Perfect. Perfect. I love it. I love it. So tell me about your family. Tell me about that, because I just felt that we needed to highlight that tonight. You've got grandchildren, you've got kids as well, of course. That's hence you're a grandmama. So tell me, how many children have you got?
I've got 4 children. I've got 2 girls, 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
And my love for natural healing ways came about when my second son, was born as an asthmatic and was allergic to a lot of foods.
Yeah.
And at 18 months, I remember standing or sitting in the doctor's office, and he sort of said to me, this is what we'll have to do with asthmatic. You'll have to have preventative. You have to have this. You have to have that. And I remember weeping, and he said, oh, are you okay? And I thought to myself, there must be a better way. And I remember distinctly, now he's 32. So I changed all our food in the house, And one of the big thing was milk, but I knew, you know, I was still breastfeeding him. He was 18 months. No, I stopped breastfeeding him at 9 months, and I was on to having a third child at 18 months when I found out I was pregnant. And I remember going to the goats farm and getting fresh milk. That was the closest thing to mother's milk. And my whole life changed. And I started massaging my son. And I started massaging all my family. Actual fact, I learned how to do baby massage, and I started using my hands as a healing for my children.
Yeah.
And I just took that for granted. I thought that was just something a mum does, even though I was learning and I was using essential oils even back then and changing a whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
So after Oliver, he was my second. So the third and fourth was Dominic and Gabrielle. My first was Tara. And to up to date, the other two were never on any antibiotics. I changed their whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I was really I could see a huge change. And Oliver would, if we were just going past and having a McDonald's or sliver of just additive, we would end up in hospital with an attack. So
has he got that, or
no, he's grown out of it, and he, you know, he lives away from home now. He's 32. So it was just that age where he's just building his immune system. And I noticed the more, you know, someone's immune system is weak, then everything seems to.
Yeah.
So now, of course, I've got 2 grandchildren as well as, so I've got a full house all the time. That's why I've got my earplugs on, because they're everywhere. They're just, grandchildren just had a bath, and now they've gone out. I've got a little room. This is my beauty room, which is sort of out of the way from the household because I didn't know where to go without having noise.
I can't hear anything, so that's fine. And even if we could, it's fine. Yeah, it's Saturday Night Live. It's whatever we are doing. In fact, next week I'm going to be, or I'll have to see what I'm going to do about Saturday Night Live, because I will be at a wedding. So maybe there will be something different next week. So you've got a big family, you've got grandchildren. You know, you said you're from Mauritius. Were you born there?
Yes, I was born in Mauritius, and I came out. In fact, I don't know why I was thinking about that today. I was telling the children, we came out in 1969. 1969.
Yeah.
And I was born in 61 because the island became independent in 1968 from British government. So a lot of Mauritian left.
That's from the British government, but it's French. It's got influence. That's a bit.
Yeah, because the French came first, and they didn't settle. Then the British came, and the British. So we spoke French and English as our first language. But most people stayed with the French. But if you were employed by anybody, any government, like police, anywhere, you wrote in English, and you took a lot of things in English. So you had to know both languages very well, which is quite clever, really.
It's good. It's good. I know in Europe that's the case as well, where a lot of people, you know, speak at least 2 languages.
Yeah.
It's fabulous, because you can, you know, you can understand so much. And I know in Holland, I think it was that their movies are actually original. So the English movies, they don't dub them into their language. So it's got the subtitles. So they hear the English, but it's in Dutch, or, you know, in that particular language. So that's how they learned the language as well. So the Europeans can usually speak more than one language, which is fabulous. So, you know, I've got a really good friend who's Mauritian. We've been friends for a very long time, and we're actually neighbours. I was born in South Africa, so, you know, if you can call it neighbours. So come from the same neck of the woods.
I'm sure there's a bit of South African in me.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly African, Indian.
Yeah.
Mauritius had no people. There's no group of people, so we're made up with a lot of different nationalities.
So travellers that ended up staying or something. Yeah.
That's
history. That's really good. I'd like to delve more into that. So, what comes up for you? What is it that you want to share right now?
Well, I would like to share. We've had my husband's Italian, and so my name is Marjolaine Saverino. So people try to guess what, am I Italian or I'm French? Yeah. And it's a really nice mix. And I would like to share one verse from the Bible that changed my life. And I'll tell you a story about my husband and my journey, maybe in the last 3 years, or maybe 10 years now. Romans 8:28, and it says, you probably know this Bible verse, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Now, my husband, I was always a housewife. I've always been, I've had lots of children, one on top of the other, and we've had lots of businesses in the past. And the last business, and he's still in this business, maybe 17 years ago, was a cleaning business that my husband and I did together. Now, during that time, my husband started losing his memory, and we didn't quite put two and two together because we didn't realize the toxicities that cleaners are exposed to. And this is just chemicals in your everyday supermarket. Yeah. And I could tell that he wasn't joining the dots together very well. And I would go to the health food shop and I would say to them, I'm not sure. I wasn't even sure if it was his memory or his cognitive. I wasn't really sure. And all they could say to me was, is your husband working in a chemical environment in a small area? And all I could imagine was Vito working with maybe as a scientist and, doing all kinds of chemical lab work, because it sounded like that. And I said, no, he's not. And I didn't really think being a cleaner was, a lot of chemical. Of course, he was working in bathrooms and toilets at the time, small areas, and his brain was going more and more deteriorating. So
how many years was this that he was working in an environment like that?
Right now, it's been 17 years. So about 10 years ago, maybe 7 years, where I could really start seeing a lot of problems with his memory. So I decided to go back to school, and I decided to do beauty because I really wanted to help women and do it the natural way. But meanwhile, we're going from doctor to doctor, specialist to specialist, because I just thought maybe my husband will need to just stop working, and that's that. And the naturopath said to me, he won't remember you in 5 years. So meanwhile, my husband thought he was normal. Everyone else had a problem, but he was normal. And so when I went to the beauty world, well, I took all the toxic out of his work, and he became better. But the sad part about it is when I went to the beauty school, and I've learned that there was more toxins in beauty, or just as much, than in cleaning. Can you believe this?
Really?
Horror. And it's not hidden. I did, I was doing assignments on all the poison that's in our products. So it's not like the beauticians don't know, or we don't learn about it. And it's actually real. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, all this stuff, what am I going to do? Because I knew I couldn't live with myself if I went out and did work in that environment. And I learned that the average woman puts on or uses about 168 different chemicals a day, and about 80 before she even hits breakfast. About 300, but say 168, that's what I Google, but we were taught 300. And this is just like foundation, especially deodorant. Perfume is one of the big things. Nail polish, hair products, and that really upsets the hormones.
Yeah.
It mimics the hormones, it stops it, and the result is we're just getting more and more breast cancers and skin cancers and, you know, infertility,
and then we go on to get the chemicals in the medications and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, that is just another story, but this is just the normal everyday stuff that people are not even aware of. And I thought, gee, you know, if I could save my husband, and now he's really great with his memory. I felt that women that were coming, and I was really blessed, because I got a job at Women's Estate, which is a place in Murray.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know that.
Oh, you know the place?
I've driven past it, yeah.
And I happened to be assistant managing there, and I had a say in what we were going to have. And they knew I was really into natural products. So we got a lot of natural products, and I could see people glowing without all the stuff, you know, and we got products from overseas where, you know, even the soil were virgin, and every bottle was glassed, and it was all different colors because they were all organic. And I saw this with my very, very own eyes, and I could see, and you know, I just had hope for women, I guess. And my manager at the time, I was assistant manager, and I was working from home. I was still helping my husband clean. I was working 3 weeks to a month straight, every day, every night, and the weekends over there. I knew I couldn't do it forever, but I loved everything about learning. I was hungry to learn about new things and organic products. So I came home with this, you know, I suppose, a zeal for women, and learning about Esther in the Bible, how she used myrrh for 6 months for her beauty treatment, myrrh, frankincense, and all that before coming before the king. And I thought, you know what? There's about 1,300 oils directly and indirectly used in the Bible. Why can't I take this home and use it with my massage and with everything that I do, and just amalgamate it so that you got the emotional balance as well as you know, natural products that's not going to mimic your hormones. So that I was doing this really well until one day, 2018, I had an amazing car accident. I was cut out of the car, airlifted to Alfred Hospital, and my feet were smashed, and I had my right leg reconstructed. I know, you probably don't know about this, Ruth.
No, I don't.
So I went back and I thought to the scripture, Romans 8:28, I thought, well, and we know that in all things, and all things really means all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. And suddenly the focus went off my husband. He was well, and now I had to walk the walk, and I had to go through this time of persevering. And in James 1:2, that brought me great courage, was consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials, and many of many kinds, because you know that testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking of anything. So my eyes went on to, yes, this may take me a long time to walk again. This is going to take me a long time to be off all medication because I was sort of like, I had to be on a whole lot of things. And I lost a lot of hair, and that year took a toll in my own health. And God took me on a journey, more inspired than ever, to learn what I had to do to get off every medication, every painkiller, walk again, and mend my bones all naturally, and inspire others to do the same, because where there is no hope, God always provides all things. So I was really blessed to not only talk about my husband now, suddenly, and this will be the 3rd year, to take a year off, as it were. When you have to stop, you have to stop. And I had a library at my rehab. I started reading. I started being inspired. I started focusing on what my journey and why I was in this position, to then break through and give hope to others.
So you never lost hope. That's amazing, because
No.
it took you a whole year, right? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Yeah, two years. And you had your family around you. You had that support. Yeah.
Yep.
That's incredible, because especially if it's such a hard journey, or you were in such trouble or with your health, for you to then actually really find something that inspires you. Ah, my laptop is sliding. Don't know why I did that today. And and to be kept hopeful, to keep believing, and to be inspired to believe that you will heal, and then to just discover your purpose, and to go forth and teach that to others and work with other people with your oils, right? Because I think that's what you do all the time now, isn't it?
I still massage. I still do. I
Do you
still
use the oils, the
yes,
essential oils?
yes, and I do use. When I was healing, I went to Adelaide, and I didn't have my crutches at the time. I went to Adelaide, which is very precious. I learned how to do a raindrop technique using 9 oils to heal. So just a different technique.
What is that? Tell me the raindrop technique. What does that mean? Does the oil kind of drop down onto your body like raindrops?
Yes, that's right. It's got 9 oils that drops down on your spine, and I've got people come to me and they have their own oils now. This is Sandra's, and so I keep it in her, and I put it on my little belt.
Okay.
Oh, I won't find it now when I'm looking for it. And I drop it on your feet, your feet first, and then I drop it on your spine. And there's specific system. I start with oregano, thyme, because that will get in between all your spine. And if you've got any discomfort or discomfort, I can't say the word without being uncompliant, it's lodged in between your spine. So everything is like a rail track that goes into your brain. So you might have something laying there dormant. For a common thing that happens in winter may lay somewhere dormant, or even a really amazing problem may lay dormant. And you notice this when you're run down, and things will always come up when you're run down, your immune system, but they're always lodged somewhere ready for you to when you're feeling down. So this raindrop, which I sprinkle on your spine, 1 drop at a time, different oils, and it can change depending how you're feeling. You sort of get up and you're amazingly realigned. That's a good word for it. You realign everything. People can get really tired. Sometimes they can get a bit emotional. Sometimes they can just snore after 3 minutes. You know, usually you wouldn't snore, you know, someone's stranger's room, but it's just the oils that just relax you, and it goes deeper because the oils are smaller than a virus. It goes deeper into your system, and yeah, goes beyond the blood barrier. It goes beyond that. And when you're smelling the oils, it goes into your limbic brain.
Yeah.
And that is the only way to get to your emotion, is through your nose, believe it or not. So when people are depressed or emotionally, you know, terrible, they go to the doctors and they get tablets. It goes into their stomach. It doesn't actually go to that memory or that trauma in their head. So there's an oil that will, you know, and because it's all organic, the oil that may work with me may not work with you, but it's all, you know, we're organic beings. So we'll.
That sounds really interesting. I definitely want to try it. It sounds fascinating, actually. Yeah. So
it's a life changing.
Yeah, and it's something that you can do on a regular basis, or what is it?
Well, when people first come to me, and I can't show you, but back of my door, most people grow about this much. Can you believe it? About an inch or 2 inches. When people first come to me, they will have it like weekly for a little while, maybe 3 weeks, and then fortnightly, then monthly, just to keep going. And it's a very deep alignment. It just realigns you.
That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. It sounds amazing. And everybody can do with the massage, yeah?
Everybody can do with the massage. Very different to a massage, but yeah.
We've got to actually stop, although I'd love to continue, because we've gotten to 28 past. I know we started a little bit late, so we could technically go a few more minutes extra. So if people want to, what's the wisdom that you would, with your journey and with Vito, your husband's journey, what is one bit of wisdom that you would like to share with anybody watching tonight, or anybody watching the replay? What would you like? What could you share?
Read everything you use, chemicals. Just make sure you learn how to read. Sometimes things say no perfume, no, but perfume, they'll use another word. Or, you know, make sure, I think, you know, years ago we started to learn labels for food.
Yeah.
And we really got good at that. It was like a real awareness. People were starting to read what they were going to put in their stomach. And yet when it comes to beauty or for our skin is the biggest organ in your body, and it doesn't even have a filter. It will go straight into your bloodstream. Why aren't we reading that? So we just pick something and we go, oh, it's pretty pink with a bow, and you know, you buy
packaging is very
packaging, and you smell it, and it's got a really good name. You know, I won't say any names, and you think, oh, that must be okay.
Yeah.
I would say read what's in your cupboard for your laundry cleaner, anything to do with cleaning. Read what's in your bathroom. What are you using? From mascara to lipstick to foundation to deodorant. What are you using on your skin? What are you smelling when you're cleaning? And, you know, people don't even wear gloves and they're using bleach or whatever. Just learn to kick toxic out of your world.
And it's a step-by-step process, right? I mean, unless you can radically spend 24 hours a day trying to figure out what's in your cupboard and what you're going to put into your stomach.
Yep.
It can take a little while. And
you know, I do classes all the time. Ask to come to a class. Right now, I've got
face-to-face.
Oh, face-to-face. I do a lot of face-to-face classes. I do Zoom as well. People live far away. I did a Zoom someone that lived in Byron Bay the other day. I also teaching on the 24th of this month how to make your own perfume. Just think about things that you can do yourself. You know, it doesn't even have to be expensive, but you just got to look around and think outside the box of thinking we just done this all our lives and this is the way we're going to do it.
No, it's and it's important, I think, that we start taking responsibility for our own health rather than just go and run to the nearest and next best medication that's around here. And that's a very important thing, a way to take charge of your life and take control of what it is that we're putting into our system. Yeah. And then at home, try bit by bit, because it can be really overwhelming to do it straight away. Yeah. Just little bit by bit, just color it. Maybe if you take your bathroom products first and then just take everything out of the cupboard and have a look and see what's in there, what you can take, or maybe replace that particular thing with something else. Or sometimes you can replace, this is what I think anyway, you can replace 5 products with just 1 product, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it might take 6 months, but who cares? You know, it might take, it mightn't happen overnight, but it will happen. And I remember when I started using different products in the home, my husband said there's, you know, he thought, well, financially, he wasn't going to change his product from, you know, organic to his business, because he says organic doesn't work that much well. He would have to, you know, scrub more. And he was all wrong. Financially, everything's just wrong. He was so happy to have found a product that actually works and can do the job and save his life, you know, saved his brain.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really interesting. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing. Where can people get in contact with you if they want to know more about how you turned your household around? And to see what it is that you're up to, and even if they want to try the raindrop technique.
Yeah, well, I am on the website called Share Marjolaine,
CHEZ dot
Share Marjolaine. I don't think it is a dot. I think it's just one word. Share Marjolaine. I think there must be a dot. Marjolaine.com. ShareMarjolaine.com. Let me just double.
We'll pop it in.
Yeah. I don't look at myself. I don't look up myself.
It's like your phone number, right?
Yeah, that's right. You don't think of yourself, Marjolaine. Yeah, it is Share.
So
it's not a dot, just Share Marjolaine Health and Beauty.
So that's the whole website. So Share is CHEZ.
Yep.
And then you name Marjolaine, MARJOLAINE.
Yep.
And then Health and Beauty.
Yep, Health and Beauty.
.com.
Yep.
Okay. Otherwise, you can connect with Marjolaine on her.
Yeah, it looks like this. My with raindrops on there, because I wanted to show the raindrop. On my telephone 0400 379 276, and I'm at Share Marjolaine Health and Beauty, and you can call me Marjo.
Oh, I like them, Marjo and Marjolaine, both of them.
Yeah.
Even though I don't speak French, she said to me, "Oh, you're Mauritian." And so thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was very, very insightful what you shared with us. And I hope that whoever's watching was able to gain some insight in what essential oils can do for your business and how to stay hopeful and have faith when things don't go according to our plans.
Yeah.
That was really good to listen to you share those verses that kept you on top of everything, and to just be hopeful that things will turn around. I want to share, just before we finish, a verse that I read yesterday. It's by Malala Yousafzai. We cannot succeed if half of us are held back. We call upon our sisters around the world to be brave, to embrace the strength within themselves and realize their full potential. So this verse was, I like this verse because we are here with this Inspired Woman TV. It's because we want to grab those women and to support them and to help them grow and to realize their full potential so that they can also improve their life, improve their lifestyle, and do something that they've always wanted to do but haven't had the hope or the courage to do. So we are here to encourage and uplift those women and girls from all over the world. So if you enjoyed watching the show, please just send us a message, give us a thumbs up in the comments, share the show afterwards, and go back and watch it again. If you want to contact Marjolaine, please do so. If you want to get in touch with Inspired Woman TV, that's me. Contact me if you want to be on the show to be interviewed. Let me know. There's a website, inspiredwomantv.com. Jump on there, and at the moment we on my Saturday Night Live show. It's absolutely free to share your wisdom and help others. And if you just want to watch, join the YouTube channel or stay tuned to watch the Saturday Night Lives. Now we're going to go off and do whatever we want to do. Go to bed, go to sleep, stop my laptop from sliding down the middle. I have it on. Marjolaine, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruth.
And enjoy, and I'll see you on the massage table.
Yes.
No, I shall see you in 2 weeks' time on the 17th at the International Women's Day Luncheon, because you're one of the sponsors and you're going to be sharing and have fun with us. So thank you so much. God bless. Have a good evening. Thank you, everybody, for watching, for tuning in. Marjolaine, I'll speak to you in a moment. And have a good evening or a good Saturday and a good weekend. And happy Easter, everyone.
Bye.
Bye for now. Mwah.